Welcome back to Grumpy Vet Garage. Today we're trying to fix a small problem that is pretty common on W211, in this case E55 AMGs. So I have a small amount of water intrusion. I really don't notice it with rain, but we had some snow that came in South Carolina a little bit ago, and with the snow sitting on the car, because I parked it outside, and slowly melting, I noticed that I was getting leakage into the trunk. So as with any leak, you want to start from the top and work your way down. If you come here to the corner of the trunk and look, you'll see this seal that kind of curls around the body and then goes down the line of the trunk. This seal has pulled away. It's hard to see it because of the sun, but it pulled away from the body of the car. And then looking at this side, you can kind of see the same thing. It's pulled away from the body. It's just gotten old and shrunk a little bit. So with the trunk popped, you can see where it's kind of pulled away a little bit from the body of the car. And this would be the highest point that could create a leak that would come into the trunk. So what I'm going to do today is pretty much the most basic repair, which is just changing these panels and these seals. It requires you to change out some rivets, like plastic rivets that hold it in place here. But if we had a worse leak, or a leak that progressed even beyond changing these side panel seals, you then might start getting into changing the main trunk seal or changing the seals that are behind the taillights. As you can see with this panel, that same seal that shrunk up there, it also seals against the body here and also against the taillight. So to me, step number one is change these panels. Okay, so here are the replacement parts that I got. I got these on ECS Tuning. So this is going to be the panel for the passenger side, and here's the panel for the driver's side. Here are the rivets that you're going to need to replace. The bottom is a seal, so it's like a rubberized bottom. So it's not a standard push pin. It's actually very specialized to this to kind of keep water out. The side panels are held on by a T25 Torx. I put it on a little bit of an extension with a 1/4-inch drive ratchet, just because the proximity to the side of the car here, where the angle is going to be, it's kind of hard to get a tool in there. If you had like an Allen wrench style T25, that would work pretty good. And additionally, you're going to need a trim removal tool to pull the push pins out. I would not try to do this without having replacements on hand. I'm fully confident that I'm going to remove these and break these. So if you're going to change these panels, make sure to change the push pins as well. Okay, so come in with your T25 and pull that and set it to the side. Now coming in with the trim removal tool, we're going to need to pop all of these clips. They're a little bit recessed. You can get in there. A screwdriver might help you too to kind of raise it up, but we need to go ahead and pull all 4 of those clips. Yeah, the rivets keep coming apart, which makes sense from the age they are. Okay, so I got all of the push pins out, and I found a lot of debris underneath this panel. This is also underneath the panel, kind of like a mud. And then coming back, and then you can see how this exposes the tail light. Looking in here, hard to really see it, but this right here is the seal for the tail light, and I can actually see where it's nice and wet. It doesn't necessarily mean the seal is bad, but like I was saying, this is like the first thing you would want to do. But if you still have a problem, the next thing you'd want to do is start looking at these seals for the taillights. I'm not going to jump to that because it requires a lot more than what I'm doing today. But yeah, we need to clean all of this up before we put on our new seal. Additionally, here you can see these push pins were not going to come out as one piece. So they are virtually destroyed coming out. So again, plan on having replacements. Also, a pair of needle nose pliers helped out, and then a pair of vice grips to get the nubs that were broken off nubs, get them out. But of course, be careful. Be careful when pulling out from these locations, because this is your painted surface. You don't want to damage the metal behind here. That's how corrosion can start. And here is the old panel. You can see where stuff was building up there, but you could also see where the seal where the seal was coming apart. So I think we're going to have a good fix, hopefully, but at minimum, this needed to be changed. Okay, so before installing the new panel, you'll see this cutout here. We need to pull a small panel off the old one, and all it does is slip in and then pop down. Now we can go ahead and install the panel. We've already cleaned up the area. So as you can see, the area is pretty clean. We'll feed in this panel. Take your time. It was underneath there. And it seems like down by the trunk, it has to kind of pop in. But essentially, there we go. It's in place. Now we can take our individual rivets, and as you can see, they're soft, and pop them in the 4 holes. Okay, so we got all 4 rivets fully installed. Now we just need to go ahead and put the bolt back in, the T25. We don't need to worry about sealing here. The panel actually has a seal built into the back of it, so it'll take care of any water that may somehow get beyond this bolt. Okay, and now the bolt is installed. Hindsight, we're going to do that first on the other side. Okay, so I got both sides on. Make sure to check your seal the whole way down. I had a spot over here that it seemed like it kind of tucked in, so just make sure that you haven't pinched anything as it goes on. Okay, now with the trunk closed, you can see the gap is also closed there, which is nice. Then looking over here, same thing, gap is tight. And I think we're good. Now, just for future reference, when you're doing any kind of troubleshooting too, like when I took apart this side, the gasket on that taillight was wet. So I know that it was getting down to that point, and the debris on the passenger side was worse than the driver's side, but it was still there. So if I find that I have another event where I have water in the trunk, this right-hand side is probably the side that I want to look at first. Granted, knowing me, I'm going to change both seals if I get to that point. But yeah, just kind of do a little bit of investigation while you're doing this process. So I know this was a quick DIY, but if you have any questions or comments about this, by all means, leave a comment. I love reading your comments and interacting with you. But if you like this kind of content, please consider subscribing to Grumpy Pet Garage, liking this video, sharing this video. To support the channel, we have a Grumpy Pet Garage merch store and affiliate marketing links in the video description. Using those links to make any purchase directly supports the channel. If you want to contact me, you can do so through the comment section of this video or through our Facebook or Instagram page. Link is in the video description. But as always, thanks for coming and seeing me in my garage. And until next time, have a good one.